I just have to kind of, I'm with like the man, the myth, the legend right now. Yes, yes, I'm giving you all the flowers
That's
today.
lovely, thank you.
Like you make Mission Impossibles possible.
Thank you. Thank
You
you.
definitely do. And I know you have to be excited to finally be able to be in this moment, talk freely about this film, deliver it to fans.
I'm glad
How
you're
are you
here to
feeling
be able
right
to
now?
hear in Rome. It's beautiful. We were talking about it before the interview started.
Yeah.
I mean, to be in Rome, just to walk around, it's beautiful.
Yeah.
We just finished this film. We just finished it. So it's very exciting to be here. Very. Your life will always matter more to me than my own.
There's a line in the movie, I think you're talking to Simon when he's trying to figure something out, and you just say, "You'll figure it out!" Like, and I feel like that's the mantra for Mission Impossible when you guys are shooting these films.
I think it's a
"You'll
mantra
figure
for
it
my
out."
life. Somehow we're going to figure it out. And it's definitely with Mission, and definitely as we were going through this whole experience to just get it made, it's like, we're just going to keep going. We're going to figure it out.
Yeah.
Things happen, it was like, we're just going to figure it out. I'm that kind of person. I'm like, whatever it is, we're just going to figure it out.
We're gonna do it.
We're going to do it. It's going to happen. This is going to happen. How? I don't know.
I think I was
I have that
asking-
line. She goes, how? I go,
I don't
you'll figure it out. I don't know. I don't know.
I was saying that, I think, when I was watching this movie. How? How did they do that? I don't know.
I know.
I really don't know. And I
Some of
wonder,
these
when,
things.
when you look at what you did, and it's incredible in this movie, and you think
you.
about now what you have to do in chapter 2, how do you even wrap your brain around, what can we do?
We've done it. We know it already.
You know it?
Yeah, we're
It's
there.
good.
Yeah, I can't wait. Can't say anything, but it was something we were like, okay, yeah.
The twinkle in your eye and the smile says it all.
Oh,
So,
I can't wait for you to see it. Yeah,
So-
I really can't wait.
day one of shooting in 2020, you
Yes.
decide we're gonna do the motorcycle jump. We're gonna start with that. I mean, how does that process go when you say, we're gonna start with arguably the most dangerous stunt of my
Well,
career?
we know either we're going to continue with the film or we're not. Let's know day one.
There we go.
I want to know. Let's know day one. What is going to happen? Do we all continue, or is it a major rewrite? You know, really preparing for something like that was years preparing.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I've been riding motorcycles since I was a little kid, and raced cars, and spent a lot of time just with aerobatics, airplanes, helicopters, parachutes. A lot of time with that. But to figure out the kind of thing to do something like that, we're creating knowledge. It's our understanding of story, our understanding of camera,
Yeah.
how to do something like that. And it all kind of came to that moment. And it was something that I thought, you know, I trained, and I was training when I was ready. You have to be razor sharp when you do something like that. So it was very important as we were prepping the film that actually was the first thing, because I don't want to drop that and go shoot other things and then have my mind somewhere else. Everyone was prepped. Let's just get it done.
That makes sense, because this is the big thing. So get this done now, take your mind off of
Have
it.
to. You don't want to be waking up in the middle of the night thinking I still. You know, when you're working on things like that, and it has that effect. We try to structure it where we're doing things where, with the car chase, even with the car chase, McHugh's like, you're gonna be handcuffed. I was like, oh my gosh. You know, I'm drifting with one hand on cobblestones with Haley in the car. I'm like, all right, you know. So there's plenty of challenges.
That was. Do you still get like that feeling a little bit when you hear that bump, bump, bump?
I do.
bump? You
I
do.
do.
You
I
get
do.
chills.
I
of it?
really. I love it. I loved it as a little kid. That's why Mission Impossible was the first film I ever produced. And it fit into my dream too, because I always wanted to travel the world. Like, as a little kid, I'd watch movies, and that's how I learned about the world. And I saw places. I was like, and I wanted to know those people. I didn't want to just be a tourist. I want to live there. And you know, when you look at my movies and you kind of see from all the different kinds of films that I've made, I've always wanted to travel the world and be part of that community and then celebrate that community. Mission Impossible allows me to do that.
Do you remember that first film that made you really fall in love with movies?
You know, there's so many films that I saw that
Yeah.
made me fall in love with movies, and it was the adventure. I would look at places and I think, like, I want to know those people.
Yeah.
I want to talk to those people. How did they do that? How did they make me feel this? And I would lay there and just dream about stories. You know, I was always that kid, and I was also the kid that, you know, we traveled around a lot, but I would open my window and I'd climb up to the attic and climb through and be on the roof, you know, looking at the stars when I was like 3 years old. And the neighbors go call my mom, go, it's in the middle of the night, your son's on the roof, you know. It's like,
got to the point your mom's like,
what's-
I know.
What's happening? You know, I know. She's like, honey, you know, darling, why don't you come on in here, you know?
Well, and it's wild thinking because Top Gun Maverick was your first billion-dollar film. But we did a little crack math over Entertainment Tonight. And so, yeah, we did a little crack math. And we saw that you have a gross of over $10 billion at the box office throughout your career. That's wild in the best possible way. When you cross that billion-dollar threshold, is it a celebration time, or is it like, no, this is what I love this is what I'm built to do?
First of all, it's a reflection. I'm happy because the audience, it's showing the audience really want. I make movies for audiences, and to see how much they enjoyed it. And I remember, and it was very important last summer also because theatrical, and during that whole time period, I kept calling the theater owners and saying, look, you guys hang in there. So we have Top Gun Maverick. It's gonna go to the big screen, and we're gonna have that experience for you. And to see it open up the way it did, it meant a lot to me in so many ways. Just, I want to deliver for audiences and to see how much they enjoyed it. To have the whole cast finally be able to share it with the world. I mean, for me, when we were in Cannes, I was looking at all of them. I was like, I want you to have this experience. I wanted them to have that kind of experience, that we all worked hard and we all created this together. So it was very special.
Yeah, and finally, we were with Scarlett Johansson the other night, and we asked her, like, who's on your bucket list? Who do you still want to make a movie with? She didn't hesitate. She said, Tom Cruise.
That's beautiful. I like to make
How do
movies
we
with
make
her.
this happen?
I know. This is stuff that I've been wanting to make a movie with her. She is enormously talented, so charismatic, versatile, has great physical ability, obviously. I am looking for something with us. I'm already.
It could happen.
I was like,
Well,
I'm gonna.
Aren't you still shooting part 2?
Yeah. Well, I like working on several things. But you and I, now we only have one film to make. There was
Yeah.
a time we were doing Top Gun and Mission and this other. So now we only have one movie. Like, after we just finished the film a few days ago, I turned to McHugh, I was like, you know, we got to start thinking about what we're going to do next summer when we're done with this.
What do you do when you rest?
This is what I do. I make movies. This is like, I love it. I absolutely love it.
This is rest for you. This is
a
play.
privilege. This is a
I love
privilege.
it.